To start an LLC, here are the 6 steps. Step number 1, choose a name. Every state has different naming requirements, but the name must be unique. Each state has a tool that allows you to search the database of existing business names within the state to make sure you're not choosing a name that's already been taken. You can find a link to all the state search tools in the description below. You'll need to include limited liability company or an abbreviation like LLC at the end of the name. In many states, you'll need prior approval to use words like bank, insurance, architects, engineering, basically a word that implies your business is some type of regulated entity. You'll need prior approval from the related government entity in charge of that area before you can form an LLC using one of these words. Also, don't confuse people by trying to use a word that implies that your LLC is a corporation, partnership, or a nonprofit. The same thing goes when implying your business is some type of government agency. For a list of naming requirements by state, also see down below. If you want a copy of our LLC formation checklist, sign up using the link in the description. Normally, you'll confirm the name of your business with the state when you form your LLC, but if for some reason you're not ready to form your LLC, but you want to reserve the name, most states will allow you to reserve the name of your business for a fee. If this is something you'd like to do, in the link below, you'll find instructions for reserving an LLC name in your state. Once you've decided on a name for your LLC, I would immediately go and buy a domain for your business. You're going to want to have a place to create your brand online. If available, I'd go with a .com domain, but there are a lot of other options that work, like .co, .ai, .net, etc. When purchasing a domain, you'll want to check the first-year price, the annual renewal price, and if it includes privacy protection or not. We recommend purchasing your domain from spaceship.com because they have good first-year and renewal pricing, and privacy protection is included for free. Also, if you want to learn more about purchasing your domain, we have a video on the best domain registrars that you can find down below. Step 2, select a registered agent. When you go to submit your articles of organization to form your LLC with the state, you'll be asked for the name, address, and sometimes the signature of your registered agent. What is a registered agent? It is a person or business who accepts legal mail and documents from the state on your behalf and forwards them to you. Your registered agent must have a physical address in the state, no P.O. boxes. Your registered agent must have someone at that address Monday to Friday during business hours. This address will be listed publicly by the state. You could technically be your own registered agent, but I find it better to hire a registered agent to take care of all this for you. Legal notices will be delivered to your registered agent, and you don't need to list your address publicly or have someone at a particular address Monday to Friday during business hours. The 2 registered agents we recommend most are Northwest Registered Agent and doola. More about them later on. Step 3, submit your articles of organization to the state. Sometimes this document can be called a certificate of formation or certificate of organization. This is a document that will list things like your LLC name, registered agent information, business purpose, principal business address, management type, so member managed or manager managed, a list of members and managers, the duration. Is there a date that you want to close the business in the future, or is it perpetual, meaning it'll go on forever? Effective date, do you want your LLC to be formed immediately or at a specific date in the future? The organizer's contact information, the person who's submitting the articles of organization to the state. Along with the articles of organization, you'll need to pay a state fee ranging from $35 in Montana to $500 in Massachusetts. Sometimes there are differences in price and processing time depending if you file online or the paper filing, so by mail or in person. Usually it's processed faster and costs less filing online, but that isn't always the case. You can submit your articles of organization directly to state on your own, but I usually find it easier to let your registered agent or formation service do it for you. Many registered agents, like Northwest, will give you the first year of their registered agent service for free, or some of them will do the LLC formation at no cost, like doola. You're basically paying for their registered agent service and virtual mailbox, and they'll submit the information to the state for you for free. I usually recommend going this route and choosing either Northwest or doola because they have amazing customer service and can answer any question you may have, as opposed to trying to get this information directly from the state. Step 4, get an employer identification number, EIN. This is basically a social security number for your business. You'll need one if you plan to have employees or if you have multiple LLC members. If you're the only member of the LLC and you won't have any employees, you could use your social security number, but I'd rather keep that number private and use an EIN anytime I can. Your LLC formation service can get an EIN for you, but may charge an additional fee. If you want to save money, it's pretty quick and easy to do on your own. A video below will walk you through step by step. Step 5, create an operating agreement. This is a contract amongst the LLC members that states how your LLC will be managed. It will include things like the management structure, how distributions will be divided, voting rights, transfer of ownership rules, dissolution process, and more. If it's just you, or you have a fairly simple ownership structure with a few equal partners, You can probably get by using an operating agreement template like this one that you can get for free from Northwest Registered Agent, or the one provided by your formation service, although some formation services charge an additional fee for an operating agreement template. If you have investors, a manager running the business, or a more complicated ownership or management structure, you may want to work with a lawyer to draft this document. It's better to put everything into a contract ahead of time instead of trying to resolve a conflict months or years after the business was started with no clear process for how decisions will be made or conflicts will be resolved. Step 6, open a business bank account. It's important not to use your personal bank account for your LLC. You don't want to commingle funds and mix your personal and business expenses and assets. It's better to open a business bank account and keep your personal and business income, expenses, assets, and liabilities completely separate. If you want to see how to open a business bank account, watch this video down below. You'll also find a list of some of our favorite business bank accounts. By following these steps, you'll have everything you need to start accepting money and making payments with your newly created business. But there are other things like a logo, business email, bookkeeping software, a website, and more that you may want. If you don't want to research each one of these one by one, we have a free training that'll walk you through what you need and recommend the best low-cost or free tools to get started. For access to this free training, sign up using the link in the description. What I find is the most cost-effective, easiest way to form an LLC is to work with a formation service like Doola or Northwest Registered Agent. They'll check if the name is available, be your registered agent, submit your articles of organization, create an operating agreement, get your EIN, and be there to answer any question you may have. If you want their help when forming your LLC and you'd like to support our channel, you can use one of our affiliate links in the description below. We could earn a commission at no cost to you. Once you've followed these 6 steps and have your LLC set up, in this video up above, you'll find out what to do after creating your LLC. And then down below, I want you to watch this video and make sure you aren't making any common LLC mistakes. I hope to see you in another video. Bye-bye.